The latest product for the From community that has hit the market is the Kosher Switch. The Kosher Switch, which allows one to control lights on Shabbos and Yom Tov without being in violation of Shabbos or Yom Tov. The one major drawback of the Kosher Switch is its design, where it goes in the wall to replace either an existing light switch or a timer. Consequently, it cannot be used in combination with a timer in its form the way it is sold. However, there is a way where you could use it in conjunction with a timer, and in this video I'm going to show you just how to do that. You have to use it in combination with a home automation system such as the X10. The X10 is the system that I've been using for years. If you're not familiar with the X10 system, I would suggest going to x10.com, reading up a little bit about it. But the way it works is light switches are replaced with X10 modules, and there's also X10 modules such as this over here, where you can plug in an appliance such as a lamp or a fan, and for the purpose of this demonstration, this fan plugged into this module. Now, I could simply turn the fan on and off with a computer as I'm demonstrating right now. The X10 system has been around since the 1980s, and I've been using it since the 1980s. And the software, which I am running over here, also has the ability to set timers in combination with the Active Home module. So now further over here, I have taken the Kosher Switch and I hooked it up together with an electrical outlet. And I also have what's called the X10 interface module, and what this does is it will instruct an appliance or lamp to go on in response to receiving electrical current. So what I've done over here is I've taken a 12-volt transformer, hooked it up with jumper wires to these terminals over here, and if I plug this in over here, you will see the fan goes on. I unplug it, and within a few seconds the fan goes off. There it goes. And what is happening is it is sending the signal to this power flash interface, which wirelessly sends the signal through the wiring and into the module, the same one that I'm controlling here with the computer. What I can do in turn is I can take this and plug it into the Kosher Switch, and therefore when I flip the Kosher Switch up and down to turn on and off, it would in turn start the fan. Now, what I would do on Shabbos is, rather than using the Kosher Switch, I will make every effort to plan and program timers. And what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to program a timer right now. What I'm going to do over here is I'm going to set the timer to turn on this fan as I would do if it was Erev Shabbos or Erev Yom Tov. Only in this case, since it is actually Sunday and it's 5:30 p.m., the time I'm making this video, I'm going to program it to go on at 5:32 p.m. and it's going to go off at 8 p.m. Now, it is 5:30 and we're watching the clock, so in just over a minute from now, it is going to go on. Okay, it is nearly 5:32, and this fan should go on any moment by the timer as it was set. Any second now. Let's watch it, and like clockwork, there it is. Now, if I leave it alone, it will go off at 8 p.m. However, let's say I want to override it and I want to use the Kosher Switch. Now, the Kosher Switch is already in Shabbos mode. You could tell that by the green light. Now, another thing you will notice is the switch is down in the off position, and I want it off. So because I want it off, I'm going to have to actually turn it on first. So I have to make sure the light is green, so I wouldn't be Machal Shabbos or Machal Yontiv. It just turned red. So I have to actually wait. Now it's green. I flip it up. Now, you may notice I have a night light plugged into the additional outlet. That is actually not necessary, but since the fan is already on, when I see the night light go on, that's going to tell me that the switch, there it is, it went to the on position. Now it's on its on position, and again, the light is green, so I may flip it down, and I don't know how long it's going to take, a few seconds or a few minutes, but when it goes off, the fan should stop as well. Yeah, the light went off, and watch the fan. It should go off with it. There it is, the fan went off. So what I accomplished was I was able to set a timer and time the fan to go on and off, but yet use the kosher switch to override and control it. And therefore, using the kosher switch would only be necessary in extenuating circumstances. And I'm going to continue to program lights and appliances, including air conditioners, by timer the way I've always done so, and do my best to predict our needs. But yet, if something comes up and any change is necessary, there is a way to override. And hopefully, in the not too distant future, the producers of the Kosher Switch will redesign it so it could be used in combination with a timer on its own. And that's how it works. Thank you very much.